Alright everyone, today on today's video I want to share with you some truths that I think is really important if you are like me. This is the home in which I live in, and that there is the eBay garage. Cool thing about the eBay garage is that it is also my garage, and because of that the space is very precious. Now I've got a great wife, I mean a great wife, and because she is so good, she allows me to take all of this space and use it for eBay. So all of this stuff, we've talked numerous times, most of that stuff, probably 85% of it is not listed. Most of that stuff is listed. I can go a little bit further and show some different things that are over here. Yep, these are all of those shirts that I've talked about numerous times. Down there, that is some cake pop. Plastic cake ornaments. They're old 70s, probably get a little bit. I'm gonna do lots. All of this around here is just some older stuff that I picked up in a lot. Most of it is Hot Wheels stuff. Got some die-cast cars. This has been my workshop. Got some different things over there that I work on carburetors with. Here are all of those are some of my old carburetors. But if you've noticed, as I have just been walking in here and kind of doing a few things as I've been walking around, if you noticed, it's pretty packed. So I want to share with you a topic that I think is really important for those of us that are part-time and those of us that have limited amounts of space. Now, if you have limited amounts of space and you're getting close to filling it up, what are your options? Your options are like mine. You can go and you can purchase more space. You could go and rent a space. That's a lot of people do that. We know a lot of our eBay people that we watch online. I tried to pick that up and it fell again. Why? Because my garage is full. You can go and you can rent a storage building and pay $100, $200 a month. You can do that. You get a lot more space. You have to pay for that space. Or you can make sure that you're maximizing the space that you have. That's really important. Organization, stacking vertically, taking all of the space that is there. That's something that I do really, really well. I don't know if I do it as well as I should, but if I stand over here and go like this, you can look and see that all of that is stuff that I have not listed. Stuff that I just have stored that I need to list. That's another video. Look back and you'll see that one. Stuff that I know I need to list and just have not. But here's what this whole talk is about. And hey, I'm going to grab a chair and I'm going to sit down and I want to share with you some things that are really, really, really important. Here's the question. Are you charging your inventory rent? Yeah, I believe it's important. The things in which we have that we are storing, if they're not paying you rent, then they are not worth storing. So today I'm going to go through some of my inventory, some of the stuff that I have that is for sale, some that maybe have not even been listed yet, and if I determine that it is not paying its rent, then it's going to be evicted. It's going to be kicked out, and it's going to be thrown in the trash can, or it's going to be donated. Somebody else can pay for its rent. But I believe there's a line that we can draw there. I believe the line is really, really important for us to understand. If you've got an item that is really, really large, maybe it's a really long-tailed item. Maybe it takes 6 months to sell. But when it sells, you make $500. Guess what? When it sells, it is going to pay its rent space that it's been holding for those 6 months with that $500 bill. But you may have other items that aren't taking up that much space. They're not selling. They too take up 6 months. But when they sell, they're still only going to make you pennies on the dollar. It's not going to pay for itself in rent. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go through and I'm going to find some things that I have that I've had listed for a long time, and other things that maybe haven't been listed that long time but are not going to sell, or even some of that I know that I have purchased that have been bad purchases. The reason I haven't listed it because I don't think they're going to sell. And if they don't sell, heck, they need to be gone. They need to be evicted. They need to be kicked out so that those other items will have room. I'll have room to bring in new items, items that I can store, and items that can be sold. So what are some other things outside of eviction? Some of these items are going to be kicked out because they're not paying rent, and even if they did get an income tax or get a boom and they sold, guess what? It's still not going to pay the rent in which it owes because it's not that profitable. But there's other items that if I packed them together, or instead of selling them as one, I sold them in lots of 4, that they would move out quicker and they would pay their rent when they moved out. So maybe there are things that you have in your inventory that you understand that you need. I think Lonnie is doing this. I think we all have done it to a point as we have taken our inventory that we know is not selling that great, or is not going to make that much money if we sell one. So we put 4 or 5 or 10 together so that when they sell, they will make enough profit to make it worth it. Because not only do you have to get your rent, but you've also got to pay the moving expense when they move out, which is the shipping cost. So there's a lot of factors that goes into the items in which we have, if they're worth selling or not. And hey, I'm about, next month in July will be 1 year that I've been selling on eBay. I'm getting really close to having 1,000 stars, 1,000 feedback on eBay. I'm looking forward to that. I think I got like 935 right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over some of those items today in today's video that I'm going to evict. They were bad buys. They've been for sale forever. They're not selling. These items are not paying their rent. They're gone. There's other items that I'm going to investigate and see if maybe I need to pull them off from eBay and put them in different lots and maybe lot it up so that they can sell and get out, because space is precious. I'm not bringing in big. I bought a lot of those were big buys. I'd spend $400 or $500 at a time and bring this stuff in. But they're smalls and they take forever to list, and I haven't had the time to do that. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be sharing that with you and see what you think about asking yourself, is your inventory paying rent? All right. Let's look at a few of the things that I want to evict. Here's one of them. I've got 2 of these. I actually have 3, but these 2 are showing up as have been for sale for almost a year. July 17th of last year, these have been listed. They've only had 60 views in a year. No watchers. These are taking up a little bit of space, but they're still not valuable enough for me to sell. So guess what? These 3 items are evicted. Here are a few others. These have been for sale from the day I started last year. They're out of the package. Everybody says, hey, ink sells, and it does, but guess what? This has had 121 views. I've lowered it down to $6.99. So even if they sold, I'm still not going to make enough money to pay the rent. So it is cheaper for me to donate these or to trash these than it is to sell these. So guess what? They're evicted. We can go even further, and look, here's some more of these recycled type cartridges. They seem like a good idea at the time, but nobody has these anymore. Nobody has these because, hey, these have been looked at 57 times. I've got them for sale for $5.99, and they're not for sale, so they're evicted. We can go even further and look down. I've got some stuff that I've had for sale forever. I want to share with you these. This is a lot of space right here. I bought these and thought I got a steal. I looked at these ribbons, Pentatronic, but this is not the name brand. This is a label that's not the Pentatronic name brand, and therefore they're not selling. I've had these up for sale once again for almost a year, August 7th of last year. They've been looked at 145 times in a year, and nobody has bought a single one. This is a lot of space, and because of that, even if I sold one this next year or two or all of them, it still would not pay the rent for the space that it's been using. So right now I'm cutting ties, and guess what? All of these are evicted. They're out of here. But there's other things that really does not. This here is this is some Magna dominoes. These are some nice dominoes that I've got. Did not pay much money for it. It's this one little box. Is already listed. So if this does not sell for 2 years, it's not taking up much space. And when it sells, I'm going to make $15. So guess what? If it stays for a year, it's going to pay its rent because it's such a small space. These I have sold. Even though they sell slow, they sell. I've got some of these little quick points. These take up no space whatsoever. I've not sold many, but when they sell, I make $4 or $5. Doesn't matter. When it sells, because they are so small, it's going to pay for its rent. I have so many other items that probably fall in this category. I haven't had these long enough. Don't know why. The large sells, the mini don't. These are Sleep Styler rollers. I've had these for sale, and for whatever reason, they don't sell all that much. They do take up a lot of space. So if they don't sell in the next 4 or 5 months, they're going to be evicted too, and they're going to be out of here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around. I'm going to look for a few more of these type items that are evicted, and I'll come back and share with you those. And then I'm going to share with you in this video some items that sold yesterday. And I think I only sold 3 last night, sold 9 yesterday, and 3 so far today. So I'll share with you those that sold yesterday and those that sold today. Something to think about. Is your inventory paying rent? Okay, I have evicted a bunch. All of that on the table is evicted. That in the box is evicted. I'm making a lot of space. These are items that were not paying their rent. And even if they sold all today, they would not have, it would have been a miracle, but it still would not have paid his rent. So I want to challenge you to go through. I probably have made no telling how many cubic feet of space and others that I've got to go. But just something to think about. Is your inventory paying its rent? Probably even more than that. Because let me show you some of these. Well, I thought I got a good deal on all of these. They're all gone now. Aladdin is evicted. And Donald Duck is evicted. And all of those that I've got boxes upon boxes of it down there. They're all gone. Takes up a lot of space. Doesn't sell. Makes absolutely no sense to have it stored if there's no chance that it has to sell. All right, I've gone through the eviction process because these items just were not cutting it. Let's see, I'm here on my computer, and all I've done is done the unsold listing, and let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. I should have counted off screen. I was able to serve an eviction notice to 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 35 separate listings were ended today. Now, some of you may say it makes no sense. You've already gone through the process of listing it. Why don't you wait and see if they sell? Well, the issue is they're not selling. These were bad buys. They were bad listed. I shouldn't have listed them. Every bit of this was just a mistake. It was worth a shot. I bought them low, but guess what? I'm going to donate them even lower. So I just hope I don't go back into the Goodwill and buy any of my own stuff back. That would not be smart. But a lot of this is going to be donated. Some of it, like some of these rewritable CDs and rewritable DVDs, things such as that, I'm going to keep in the office. I may use for something. Somebody wants a copy of a video from Reverend Resale. I may sell it for $1. I'm just kidding. I won't do that. But there's a lot of things that we're going to try, see what happens. A lot of this stuff is going to be just donated. Some of these things, probably less than 4 or 5, are going to go to auction. I'm just going to put it up for a penny shipping, and if somebody wants it, they can get it. I don't mind shipping it to them and see what the price gets up to. Some of the little bit higher valued items. Otherwise, I'm just making space for more stuff. So that's the way we're doing it here in the eBay garage at Reverend Resale. Whoop, whoop. All right, in honor of our president, I have cleaned out a huge, massive pile of stuff that either wasn't listed or stuff that I'm not going to list. Cleaned out a bunch of space on my shelves, and we'll see. Now I've got to take my truck and get all this mess donated. Wasn't paying rent, so because it wasn't paying rent, it's evicted. All right, today is Wednesday. It's a little bit later in the day on Wednesday. I've got to go into church here in just a minute and get ready for our prayer meeting tonight. But I always like to wait a little bit later on Wednesday. Midday, I come in, eat lunch, and then pack orders. Today I've got 9 orders going out. Not too bad of a sale for a Tuesday and a Tuesday night. So I want to share with you what those were. We'll go through packing a few of them just so I can share with you. The first one is this Wilson softball glove, 13-inch. I got $15 plus $8 shipping, $22. I'm going to show you how easy it is to ship a baseball glove or softball glove. If it fits, it ships. Baseball gloves will not be injured in the mail. What I do is I just put them inside of this flat rate envelope. It's in there. I take the print invoice with the thank you Reverend Resale on it. Put it inside. Pretty simple. Seal it. Tape it. Got the label my wife bought me for Father's Day, my wife and family Father's Day and anniversary. Our anniversary is the 21st of this month. Bought me a Rollo label maker. I love it. So got one of those now. Next package. There's another one of these. Sell a couple a day. Not great money, but it's $20.99. They're pretty heavy to ship. About $5 on each one to ship. So as I said in yesterday's video, or the video that came out today, which is Tuesday, which is Wednesday, that video shared with you these. I get these at my honey hole. Bought 60. They've got more. Bought 60 at $3 a piece. Sell them for $20.99, $21.99, some of them. This one was $20.99, and that rate I make about $10. They're not hard to ship, really easy to ship. Make a box, tape it, label it, it's done. So pretty simple. Told you I sell them all the time. Got one more. One of the things about these, as I said in yesterday's vlog, is that these things are easy to ship. The sell-through rate is pretty quick. You can sell a couple a day. It makes great sense. That's what I do. Now I have some shirts that I bought 800 of. Paid $200. I'm gonna sell. I've sold a few of those today as well. But they're selling really slow. And because they sell really slow, even though I'm making $5 a shirt, it's still not a good deal. And it may be a year and a half from now when I've sold half of them, or a good number of them. But right now they're not selling fast enough. So even those type items are not the greatest ones. When you get, small ROI, but it sits on your shelf for a year and a half or 2 years, it doesn't make a lot of sense. For me, that's Hot Wheels. Got a bunch of Hot Wheels that are just not selling, and virtually giving them away, and people still don't want them. So those was not a good use of my time, nor the money that I had to invest to purchase. Even though it's small, it's not really all that good for me. The next that I have is another one of the ones that I put in the vlog yesterday. This is Pro, one of the Dr. Scholl's. We got $11.25 for this, so I end up making about a $5 bill. Once again, it's real easy. Go pick it up, pay $1, come out, list it. Not really difficult, not hard at all. So something to consider when you begin to think about should I purchase this or should I not. If the sell-through rate is really fast, it still makes good sense to me to get it, especially in my line of work where I'm not doing this full time. I'm just looking for items to flip quick. It doesn't take a lot of time. Yeah, I do get some of the longer-winded stuff, the stuff that'll stay on the shelf for a little bit longer. But most of the everyday stuff that I get is this type stuff. I have been selling this for as long as I've been doing eBay. As long as my supplier keeps having it, I'm going to keep getting it. Because it's just that easy. Here's another one. This one sold for $14.99. This is a heavy duty support. This is a little bit nicer insole. Sold this one for $14.99. All of these are free ship. So this one I'll make probably $8 when all's said and done. Just wrap it in bubble. Get one of these longer bubble mailers, put it inside, twist it to make sure that the bubble gets on all sides. Put in the invoice, put in the thank you, Make sure you get it over to one side. Get it sealed. Then I'll fold the extra over. Gives a little bit of extra protection, get the air out of it. Taper down. Just that easy. Put a label on it and it's done. Alright, here's one of the shirts that I have. It's a True Fly. They're brand new, still in the bag. They originally listed for $79.99. I know it's closed, it doesn't really matter. But that's what they listed as. I've got them for sale. This one sold for $9.99. I'm not making that much money on it. I'm trying to get some sales onto the listing, and then maybe I'll raise the price up a little, maybe a few dollars, just enough to cover shipping. But $9.99 free shipping. I know I'm not making much money, but I'm just trying to get them gone because I've got a whole area behind this. There's a whole area, about 12 plastic crates just full of these. They're sealed. When I seal the clothes, I put in some dryer sheets inside of it so they smell good, don't get moldy or smell like they've been in storage. There's the bag. Here's the label. Done. Put a little tape on it as always. Here's the next one. This one is extra large. Because this one is extra large or extra large, I charge a little bit more for this one. This one was $11.99. Still free shipping. Another one of those, if they sell 2 a day, I'm good. When I first put them out, they were selling 2 a month, which is not good. Labeled, done. Alright, here's one of the cool finds that I found lately. This is a probably in the 40s. Really don't know when it came out. I probably shouldn't say that because I'm not 100% positive. But it's an old Matchbox Lesney. This is made in England. All the cars are with it. It should have 4, but I only have 3. This is one, sold it for $30. So I'm going to wrap it up, put it in this box, and ship it on out. I'll show you how I do that. Can't remember if this ever came apart. I'm assuming that it did not. Each of the little cars, I have these little baggies. They're little small bags. And I put a car in each one and then wrap them up. Now this bigger one, I'll just use regular bubble. So I just take the little Matchbox, put it down into the bag, fold it over, and then roll it. I can get a little piece of tape. You don't need much. All you're trying to do is just hold it together. That's one. Get it, roll it. Little piece of tape. 2. Here's a Rolls Royce. Kind of cool. Put it in the bag, fold it over, roll it and tape it. All you want to do is make sure they get there the way they left here. On this bigger one, I'll probably do is just roll it. Roll it. Get a little of the cellophane here. Wrap it a little bit. Sure no. See, I let the tailgate come down on this. And because I let the tailgate or the ramp come down on it, it's made it a little bit too long. So once again, it's a whole lot better to fix it now than it is to bend it and tear it up. And then try to have to give the guy $30 plus shipping to get it back. So, probably better to go on and just fix it now. I was going to do the cellophane, but how about that? Sticker with each of these, but it's in there and it's pretty solid. So I've got my thank you. Did not sign my name to it. I always sign it Reverend Resale. My name's David, Pastor D. I've been called a lot of different things, but I was watched Resale Rabbit, and I thought Resale R's. So I came up with Reverend Resale. Since I'm in the ministry and serve the Lord, thought it was a neat way of just getting that out. So don't want to put it on that I'm in the ministry of doing anything else other than serving Jesus. I get to do this on the side. It's pretty fun. Make a little bit of extra money to bless others and to be a blessing to my family. Church that I pastor, we don't... It's not a large congregation. It's not a large salary. I'm grateful for what I have and what they give me. But it's just a way to supplement the income, and I believe it's a way to honor in a lot of different ways. This last order is an order of 4 of those insoles that I bought, 4 at one time. I just put it in one of these priority mailboxes because it's about 2 pounds. So I'm just going to wrap these as a whole. Put them in there and weight them. I'm just going to wrap these as a whole. As a whole all the way through, get them stacked up there. We'll run a little bit of cellophane around it just to make sure this shrink wrap or cellophane or whatever you want to call it, wrap it around, make sure that it holds. Inside. Got a little bit of area for void fill, so here I'm getting some of the masking paper for the masking tape. Shoving it down in the void. It's solid as it can be. Writing my thank you note on here. And it's finished. So looking at the clock, and I did maybe a little bit before I turned the camera on. Right now we're at 16 minutes. So it took me 16 minutes to pack these 4 orders outside of doing the labels and everything that goes along with it. But not too bad. So I would say probably less than 30 minutes to pack 9 orders. Organized, if you know where everything's at and you can get to everything, you can do it a lot quicker. I don't have to go to storage or anything like that. All of my stock is in the garage here at the Pastorium, the house where I live. and it's pretty easy. Go get it, bring it out here, put it in a box, take it to the post office on the way to church. So here's a video of me packing each of these. Got 9 boxes. I don't know if this will be the end of the video, if I'll show you another one. But this is it for packing the boxes today. Hope you enjoyed watching how I packed these 9 different listings, about 14 or 15 different items. Deuces. Alright, y'all, it's a little bit later. I have rearranged some stuff. This morning I had a lot of things that had to move out. They were evicted. I've got 4 things that paid their last debt they owed to be in storage and were being shipped out. So I sold 4. Yep, just 4 little items last night and today, middle of the week. Usually sell a little bit more than that, but I haven't today. So I want to just go through very quickly. I won't show you packing these since I just showed you the ones that I packed yesterday. $11.98 for this 1988 Speed Fleet Hot Wheel. $11.98 free shipping. Had 2 of these little Matchbox, old Matchbox. A lot of 2 of these, number 21. These sold for $10 plus $4.53 shipping. This one I probably sold too cheap, but I really don't know why these didn't sell. This is the Zelda Majora's Mask hologram. Sold it for $38. And the last one, seems like every video I'm selling a Move Free, $20.99. So yep, I'm selling these. So that's what I sold today. Appreciate you watching this video. I want to say to you, think about your inventory. Think about, is your inventory paying rent? Today, I threw out a lot of stuff. I took a truckload over to Goodwill, made more space here in the eBay garage, and because of that, those items either were not selling, had been there for a year and not sold, and even if they sold, they wouldn't have paid me that much money back. So it does me more good to get them out, let somebody else have those, and I went and gave those away. So think about that. Hey, if you enjoyed the content in this video, give me a thumbs up. Give me a subscription, if you will. If you want to know when Reverend Resale puts up a new video, hit the bell. And hey, I appreciate you watching. God bless. I pray that you have a great weekend. Next week, we're going on a little vacay. We're going to be taking a little time off, going to the beach. So I'm working on my dad beach bod. So I'll get a little color next week. I'll get a little darker because of the sun. We're looking forward to a good time. Hope you're having a great summer. Deuces.